I'm Darren, you know that. We're back with Gabe's Cave here live at Cowtown Comic-Con with Stephanie Nadolny. Did I say that right?
That's it.
All right, awesome. And some of you may know her as the voice of Kid Gohan, East Kai, Baby Trunks, and off of Yu Yu Hakusho, and as well as a bunch of more. I was looking earlier on how many. That list is huge. Thank you for being out with us today.
Welcome. It's my pleasure.
This was kind of an improv thing. We went over and randomly asked her if she would come do an interview with us. So
I love it.
So awesome.
I love the fans. This is great.
So my first question here is, what happens when you get scared half to death twice?
What do you mean? As my character or as myself?
No, just in general. What happens when you get scared half to death twice?
Half.
You know, that scared me half to death. What happens if you get scared half to death twice?
Is this a math question?
No, it's just a question. You know,
I don't know.
Are you scared like all the way to death?
Part way.
Yeah, my other question was: are pickles a fruit or a vegetable?
Pickles. I think they're. You know what? I'm going to say fruit because I know tomatoes are fruit.
They have seeds on the inside, so technically they are a fruit, but I wouldn't eat it as a fruit.
I love pickles, though.
I like pickles, too. Well, you know,
pickles,
I guess you could just pick up and eat a pickle.
Salty,
yeah.
Dill pickles. You know, what's the dill? Pickle.
Hey.
What's the deal? Kind of a big deal. Pickle.
Well, more serious questions now.
Moving right along.
Right. How did you get into voice acting?
I got into voice acting long before I knew there was a career out there for me. I actually was a little kid carrying around a little cassette player at like 6, 7 years old. And I would just listen to things, mimic them on TV, whether it be radio, TV, albums, records. And I was a singer too. I started singing at a very young age. I knew I was like, I'm going to be a singer. And thank God I had some kind of an ability to do that from God, the universe, whatever you believe in. And so I was able to do it. But like I didn't realize there was a career out there for voice acting per se. And that's actually put me more on the map than anything else, is the voice acting as opposed to the singing. A lot more people can sing as opposed to people that can really actually, voice act. And
I wish I could sing.
Encompass. You sing in the shower?
No, I wish I could sing. No, I can't sing. I wish I could, though.
Oh, it's fun, though. You can sing anyway, right?
I can. Nobody wants to hear me, but I can.
So I started out singing, and then I met some people in the studio, and I worked with some big bands and different things in Denton and Dallas, Texas. And then I ended up meeting Barry Watson, who was, taping the show up in Vancouver, and he brought everything down to the Fort Worth area, and then I was called into audition. So it was basically kind of who I knew, and we had, shared cards and information, and so he just remembered me, and thank God for that. So
what did you sing?
I was singing backups for it was like a Battlestar Galactica song for Cyborgs, and it was an anime back then. And so I was singing Cyborgs, this like cool like stuff in the background, and then that's when I met him there. And then I was able to come in for the audition, and I was cast as Kid Gohan. And then awesome. Kid Goku came later after they picked up that property which
is kind of funny that you played a little boy in a in a show, but I guess that's just how I don't know if it's like that for every cartoon or anime or whatever, but I know for a lot of the Japanese ones for sure, the animes, it's how it is always. It's like, even Goku, grown-up Goku was a female or a woman that...
Oh, back in Japan.
In Japan.
I want to say the main voice actor did voices for multiple characters, Goku, Gohan, all throughout their lives, and Goten as well. And I think she even played the role. Gohan, Goku... She did all of them.
They're all G's.
From kids all the way through adult. And things were different, They in Japan, they weren't as interested in switching out the voices and making them sound as unique and different as they were with Funimation. And here in the States, we wanted to make sure the voices sounded completely different. And so that's when I got the voice of East Kai and Baby Trunks. They sound nothing like Goku or Gohan. And so it was kind of a random thing that I was able to secure those roles as well, which are smaller roles, but still it's totally different, oh my, and as long as they don't sound like Goku or Gohan, we're good.
Right. So what all other characters do you voice besides, the ones we've been talking about? So in any other shows or anything like that, what other characters do you voice?
Mostly those, but I've also been the voice of KO with OKKO, as well as Deb the Mom in The Adventures of Ryan DeFreitas, which is available on Family Home Network. It's like a It's not. It's a non-anime role, but it's like I actually do get to kind of use my own voice, just my regular 40-something-year-old voice. And is it Family Home Studios, Family Networks, Studios Networks, and then I also do. I'm a narrator for Wonderbot Animals on YouTube. There's 3 of us, and we kind of alternate. But I've been doing that now for about 3 or 4 months, and so you'll know within the first couple of sentences if it's me or if it's someone else, and that's been really fun. Doing videos and about animals, about any kind of animals, and it's been great for all ages. And I've really enjoyed doing that too. And then I've just been, kind of auditioning for different things online, for different characters and different, animation type stuff. So character voices mostly.
Yeah. So with in Yu Yu Hakusho, I actually tried to find what voices were earlier, trying to like I said, because we just randomly got you in today. So what all voices did you do in that one?
I had a small role as the tournament announcer. She was actually up in the Wait in the Wings. She had like the black bun in her hair. I don't even know if she had a name, but I also sang the theme for Sayonara Bye Bye from Yu Yu Hakusho, and then I did the opening and closing themes for Kitty Grade, which is also another Japanese anime, and that came out several years ago.
Awesome.
So I did some singing there, and I also did some voice directing. I directed Tiffany Vollmer on one, and some other vocalist friends of mine, and kind of got them on board. Hook them up with some good work.
Have you seen all of the Dragon Ball series?
Back in the day. I need to start over and watch it again. But yes, I have watched pretty much most of them. We actually back when I was voicing it, the show was released on VHS. So it's like way back. It seems like so long ago. It wasn't the 80s. It was actually the very late 90s and early 2000s. We were distributing VHS tapes. And of course, then it switched over to DVD.
Right.
So, but yeah, I watched mostly stuff that the fans send me that like, oh, I love it when you did this, or I love it when you did that. And I always sit back and like watch, oh yeah. And then it kind of brings back memories. Cause when you voice it over years and years and years, you don't really realize, when this, cause sometimes you come in once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. And then sometimes it'd be 3 months where they wouldn't really need you based on the content,
what's going on in the show,
what's needed, and what deadlines are due, and things like that. So, yeah.
So, did you need to ask something, or are you just watching?
I'm just like
Gabe's just being creepy over here in the corner.
He's
just watching.
He's trolling.
So, oh, is it?
I know it is.
So, which of the characters that you voiced were your favorite?
Oh, man, I loved them all, but I have to say the Kid Goku is just too much fun. He's so fun, lighthearted, carefree, innocent, hilarious, comedic.
Yes.
The fact that he's just so fearless of anything. It's like I'm living vicariously through this little kid, this little boy that I could never be. So I would have to say out of all of the characters I've voiced, he's the one I seem to relate to the most. I don't have children of my own. I wanted children, but I don't have any. So it's like kind of like, okay, he's my little kid. I'm going to live vicariously through this little boy and do that. So.
So when I was younger, both of my uncles loved Dragon Ball Z. And me growing up, they would always be watching it and buying stuff from the show and all this stuff. So I watched a little bit here and there, but here recently, one of them actually bought me the whole Dragon Ball set, like the whole however many 600 episodes or whatever it is from the first Dragon Ball. So I sat down and watched them all over the past year, I think.
Wow.
And it's just kind of it's funny now they get to do an interview with you. It's just kind of cool. So that, and my wife as well, she was like, I'm not watching anime, I'm not watching that. She started watching it with me. She's like, I actually really like this. So
yeah, because it's totally different.
It is. It is
especially
very
Dragon Ball as opposed to like the really serious Dragon Ball Z.
It's fun. It's the Dragon Ball itself
carefree.
is a lot of fun, and it's he's like innocent and just whatever, just playful.
Dropped his pants, pees in the river, like he doesn't know the difference between a guy and a girl, and he's just like,
he's just
Bulma,
like,
he's just.
I don't care, he's just I have a tail.
Fearless and
no
not
care
scared.
in the world.
He could be like in imminent danger of dying, and he's like, "Oh, can't catch me!" and just run away.
Right.
So funny. Love that.
So I think you answered this, but we'll ask it anyways. Which of your work are you the most proud of?
Oh, well, that's a little bit different. I would have to say the Gohan, the Cell Saga Gohan.
Okay.
That was definitely the most grueling, the most difficult, stamina-wise, physically. He just finally, after his whole life of being picked on and bullied or whatever, all of his friends, he just like, you know what, I'm done. This is it. And he just unleashes.
Mm-hmm.
He's able to, really take Cell down, and that was a big, huge moment for him. And that's actually right before they replaced the voice character with a male to take over, which is Kyle Labor, who took over for Teen Gohan.
Right.
So that was like the big culmination of this whole life of watching his friends getting bullied and picked on, and his dad, and he finally was just like, "Rah!" And he's just like the most Clint Eastwood,
that
I could have possibly come up with as a female. Sound so much like a
so
man.
You did Gohan from when he was a kid up until the Cell Saga, where he was a teenager, and then switched over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we took on the property of Dragon Ball and did that as well. And we were kind of doing a little bit at the same time. But mostly it was Dragon Ball Z at the Ginyu Saga. And then we went back after we finished Dragon Ball Z all the way to the beginning to do 1 through 54 or whatever we had missed. So that we'd have the whole same cast for that entire Dragon Ball Z series.
And that was filmed here, right? And and that was with
local.
And it was was it Funimation?
Funimation.
That's right. Yeah.
In North Richland Hills.
I have a friend that lives in San Antonio, but his sister lives here now, and she's like good friends with everybody at Funimation. So they get free stuff from there all the time, and like, you want some stuff from Funimation? So it's kind of funny. I don't, how you just meet random people like that. So.
Yeah, it's local. It's right around. I don't live far from here at all. It's like, let's go to Cowtown. Let's rock this.
And she's a big cosplayer, so I think she gets into everything. I don't know why she's not here this week.
I
So
love that. That's so fun. The fans are great.
Do you have any advice for anyone wanting to get into voice acting?
My advice would be to come up with a demo that highlights the best of your voices, whether it be your regular voice, character voices, kind of like go from snippet to snippet. Keep it under a minute. Most people or agents just listen to the very beginning. Yeah, so you don't want to like just make it too long and drawn out, because they probably will turn it off or not listen past about a minute. And then, have a headshot done and possibly try to get in with an agent to help you get work. Some people can find their own work. It just depends. This is a right-to-work state. This is Texas, so things are done kind of differently here. So I would just say put together the best of what you think you can offer in the industry as far as your voice and what's unique about your voice, and practice and listen back and put together something really good. And there's people everywhere that do studios in and out of their homes. This can be done without that much expense. It can be done, for $100, $200, whatever somebody needs, just to take the time to put it together for you. So I would recommend that, and just fine tune different voices that you do, whether it be your regular voice, characters that you are unique. Put those all in there and just kind of go snippet to snippet. Have somebody edit it for you, and get it off the ground and get it out there.
Awesome.
The different places that are hiring.
Awesome. And do you prefer Netflix, Prime Video, Hulu, Disney Plus, or Crunchyroll?
Out of all those?
Yes. Which is your favorite?
Oh, probably Hulu.
Hulu?
I guess. Yeah, in general, I watch TV, but I don't watch a whole lot of TV.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really into the news and what's going on in the world and things like that. But whenever it's time to kind of relax and just chill out, yeah, Hulu. I also watch a lot of stuff on YouTube. Daily Dose of Internet, different things about, animals. And I love watching cute videos of animals, cats, dogs.
Yeah.
It cheers me up. It gets me out of the rut of this crazy life, especially this year's been so hard on everybody, especially in this industry.
Have you seen John Krasinski's Some Really Good News on YouTube? I think it's on YouTube.
I heard about it.
Yeah,
no, I need to watch some more of that.
It's funny, It's pretty good. Good bit of good news in the world, as opposed to, everything that brings you down. It's good news.
Things are heavy right now
in a
lot of ways. So it's like, we got to keep some lighthearted stuff going out there. Keep people's spirits up. For
sure. And what was the last series you binge watched?
Oh, Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Yes,
Breaking Bad.
I loved it. Oh my gosh, my best friend in the world, Dan, said you got to see this show, and I'm like, nah. Well, okay. And so I sat down and watched it, and he was like, you're gonna get hooked, and he was right. I got hooked right away, and I could actually predict a bunch of stuff that was going on in that. His Breaking Bad was the binge watch thing. But I have also Your Daily Dose of Internet is this thing that I binge watch as well, even in little increments, before bed when I'm just kind of like trying to wind down from the day, I watch that, and that's on YouTube. So
Yeah.
anything about animals or really cool different things that kind of capture your attention.
Right.
Get you kind of off of the negativity.
For sure. Yeah. I try to
lighthearted.
avoid all that.
Cute puppies, cute kittens, all that stuff.
On social medias, I try to avoid all that. I just want to get on there and see some good stuff, not the bad stuff.
Just relax and just
right.
Exactly.
Right. Well, it's been fun. I'm glad that you came over here with us. And before you leave, what are some of your socials or website that people can check you out on besides just watching things that you voice acted in?
Right. I have a Wikipedia page, an IMDb page, Stephanie Nadolny. I also have some stuff on YouTube. Wonderbot Animals. That's WONDERBOT Animals. I'm one of the 3 narrators there. There's really some cool videos that you can check out. And then I'm also, I have a band. I sing in a really awesome band. This year's been hard for that, but it's Moonglass Band on Facebook. So Moonglass Band on Facebook. Moonglass is one word. And my fan email is stephaniefanmail@gmail.com. That's stephaniefanmail@gmail.com. I can do autographs through the mail. I can answer your questions. If you have any questions about the show or your favorite characters or things like that, I can definitely be in touch with my fans that way. And then I'm trying to think, the Adventures of Ryan DeFreitas, that's something that we're going to pick up after the pandemic kind of slows down a little bit, probably next year. And then OKKO, I've got some stuff on that it used to be Lakewood Plaza Turbo, and I also did the voice of KO in that. So those are my platforms. I also have on Facebook Stephanie Nadolny fan page and Stephanie Nadolny voice actress, all available and open on Facebook.
Awesome.
Come check it out.
Can I get on Wikipedia and edit it? You're the biggest fan of Gabe's Cave?
Yes, put it on there. That would be so awesome.
I don't know how long it'd take before it gets taken down, but hey.
I don't know how they do that. I'm amazed at the content and how it's so
right. How do you know this about me?
Correct. Like, where did they find all this information?
Right. How do you know this about me? I don't even.
How
know
do
this.
I know?
I don't even know this about me. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like I was going to ask you. Do you edit your own Wikipedia pages?
I haven't. I mean, it's been for the most part pretty accurate. So I just kind of let them do their thing. The people that are doing it.
It's just people it's because just people being weird is all it is.
Yeah, and I love
guess
it.
A lot of Google. I don't know.
Yeah, that and being nerds, man. Nerds are great.
Yeah, for sure.
Anime nerds are awesome.
Yeah, she loves anime nerds. Throw this out of the way. Well, it's been fantastic with you today here, and thank you for coming on board or coming on and doing an interview with us. And it's an
honor. I love the fans. This is great.
We'll be back on in like 10 minutes. We're rushing them out here towards the end of the day here on Sunday before we have to all go home. And we have how many more, Chris?
Cowtown.
We have a bunch more to do. So
Cowtown Comic-Con, Hearst, Texas, Fort Worth.
Sticking here with us today. So.
Kamehameha!